Kris Jenner, this lady has built her family into a celebrity marketing machine, the Kardashians. She's with me today.
How are you?
How are you?
I'm good.
And I want to share some numbers here.
Yes.
The premiere of season 7 had 3 million total viewers.
Yes.
That was up 16% from a year ago. What is the secret of growing your audience?
People became engaged in our family and in our show, 7 seasons ago. And there's so many different family members that I feel like there's so many different age groups and a whole range of demographic that everybody finds somebody that they can fall in love with. I mean, I didn't, the fact that we have 10 kids and then I have, my son-in-law and Scott and and my grandchildren now and just a whole bunch of things going on. And what happens is the audience and the fans have watched us evolve and grow up. They've watched Kendall and Kylie, who were, very young when we started filming, and, getting puppies and, all the different stages of life. They've seen people get married. They've seen divorce. They've seen, sadness, and they've seen the happiest of happy times. They've been on this ride with us in real time, and something that isn't scripted. We don't have scripts. We don't know. I can't predict what's going to happen tomorrow, let alone, say, oh, let's stage this or that. We don't stage things.
Sometimes to mix business and family might not be the perfect solution for that.
Is there a part of your life that you hold back?
Not really,
Any
because
aspect of your life?
you know what? It's too much trouble to try to hold things back and keep secrets. That's more work than it is just to let it roll. And it's worked for us that way. I think that what you see is what you get. You see all of our personalities, good and bad. You see everything warts and all. Some things I'm not as proud of on certain days as others. You think, oh God. And I've been offered the opportunity to actually go back and edit things out if that's too painful. I'm like, you know what? I haven't done it in 7 seasons. I'm not going to start now.
Did you at some point envision this?
Well, I did envision a reality show for my family, and I pitched it. And
to Ryan Seacrest?
To Ryan. And we were filming, a month later.
And of course, the show was the thing that really got you out even further. Yes. And cemented kind of your family's name in the minds of the pop culture.
Yes.
You're the manager of your daughters. You get 20% of everything they do.
10%. But I like your number better.
You've been criticized for that, but that's pretty standard that a manager would get a commission for the work they do.
Of course, yeah. Managers make more money than I make.
Where does the criticism come from?
People probably not understanding. When you don't know something about a business, it's easy to criticize.
Okay, I just have to get down to a couple things. Saturday, you all have the Sears meeting on the Kardashian collection.
For the sake of the people who really don't understand what you do, describe, first of all, what your daughters do. What is their job? What's their job?
What's their job? Well, first of all, all of my daughters have always had a dream of being in the fashion business. So the fashion came first. We started opening stores. We had Smooch and Dash, and we were going to do a whole, line of Dash products and clothing when we started doing our television show. And we had the stores for Smooch was maybe 4 years before. And Dash came about a year before we started shooting Keeping Up with the Kardashians. So the girls were already entrenched in the fashion world. And you knew at that time
that the show could really be something to kind of amplify what you were doing.
Absolutely. Somebody was saying, by the way, we could shoot a show in these stores. You can't get better, publicity than that. You want to, and at the time it was enhancing the business. My daughter Kourtney wanted her own clothing line, and then Kim and I, our dreams were we're gonna have fragrance. We'll sell the fragrance in the stores, and and then we started dreaming bigger and bigger and bigger. As the show grew, the girls' fashion expertise grew, their entrepreneurial skills grew. We were shooting a show, but the show was only the half of it. I mean, the girls wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and hit the ground running with East Coast or travel or interviews or, and filming. And then they film until they fall down and they get up the next day and they do it all over again. It takes 18 hours a day to shoot a 22-minute show.
Grueling.
You see 22 minutes of, without commercials, of a day that took 18 hours to shoot. Then you've got all the press that goes along with it, which is weeks and weeks, maybe months on the road. And then it's all their businesses, they have their appearances, and they design every single stitch of their clothing. They are so detail-oriented that any spare time they have in their lives is spent designing their clothing lines.
No one knows their child more than the mother.
Well, exactly, and I think that I definitely have their best interests at heart. You know, I know what it takes now to do 15 jobs at the same time. These girls now have a clothing line on QVC and called K-Dash. They have the Kardashian collection at Sears. They have the home collection now at Sears, and they've just launched a jean line. They've got jewelry lines, handbags, shoe dazzle, quick trim, the fragrances, and it's just, it goes on, and OPI nail polishes. I mean, I never dreamed I would have my own nail polish.
Do you set up all of these deals, or you work? Okay.
Sure. So I have a team. I used to be a one-man show, and then I realized, it takes a village.
Okay, lady. Now you know. Lady, focus. Stop! Ow! Stop it! Stop it!
What's the talent of each three of them?
Their talent is they have impeccable style. They get what their fan base wants out of their designs and their lines. People say, oh, they have no talent, or they don't. Yeah, they're clothing designers. They have a whole home line. They have businesses and shoes and fragrance, and that's called being, a fashion designer. They have a lifestyle line of everything they sell that does really, really well. In fact, I just got the reports back from Sears, and in 90 days, in 1 quarter, it almost tripled. Which means the girls are working hard, and it's successful.
They're actually some of the most prolific tweeters.
Yes,
on Twitter.
Because they get social media.
Have they taught you about the next wave of marketing?
I think the queen of social media is Kim. She's taught all of us.
Followers.
Yeah, she's really got it from day one when Kim decided that she wanted to get the fans involved in picking her new packaging for a fragrance she was working on. She wanted to ask the fans, do I use this shade of pink with the black or this shade of pink? And they picked for her.
Right.
And I was like, you're letting your fans pick your packaging? And she says, well, yeah, because they're going to buy it. I want them to love it. So, of course I am, Mom.
Is that part of both the fascination and the frustration with your family, that a large percentage of those people are going to go and buy what you're selling?
It frustrates other people for some reason that,
but
I think...
You're aware of that, right?
Yeah, I am, but this is what I say to that. I say, look, you know what? The girls are really good girls. They don't do drugs, they don't drink, they don't smoke, they don't get into trouble. They're good people. I tell them God first, family second, everything else third. They're really a great group of kids who have the best time. They're at my house every day of their lives, so they love family. And I think it's like either people are just, I don't know. I feel like people that have something really negative to say don't know what they're talking about, or don't know the kids well enough, or don't give them a chance because they're just assuming they're a bunch of spoiled brats.
Well, we're actually in Hollywood.
Yeah.
You have been in this area all of these years.
Yes.
You've developed this as really your specialty. So you have this next generation.
Yes.
And the two younger ones you put
Kendall
in
and
the
Kylie
spotlight as well.
Yes.
Is that going to keep your family relevant for another 15 years?
Well, here's the thing about that question. It's not about keeping the family relevant. It's about, and this is what I've always taught my children, find your dream. What's your passion? I have a young daughter, Kendall, who's 16 years old. Her dream in life is to be a model. That's all she's ever wanted to be. And now she's going to be on the cover of a major magazine in September. The girls were just on the cover of Teen Vogue. Kendall and Kylie are getting one of the most incredible business educations that I think is possible in in the history of all little at that age,
If they're-
because
yeah.
they're constantly, they go to their business meetings. There's one business meeting they went to with Ryan Seacrest and his whole team, Adam Scher and everybody, and they were at this long conference table. And after the meeting, Ryan was like, wow, that blew me away. You know, they were amazing because they show up, they are ready for the meeting, they've done their homework, and they've got all these things that they're working on right now that's going to blow you away when you hear about it in 6 months.
You have a new product.
I do.
And I'm going to let you explain it because I don't think I can
Yeah.
do it justice.
Well, I don't want you to do it justice, trust me. No, I am behind a product and love this product called Zestra, which is a female arousal oil, which is a botanical oils, all natural. So I thought, you know, why shouldn't women have a product that provides instant gratification? And why is everybody so afraid to talk about sex?
Well,
I'm not.
and I interviewed your daughters last week, as we discussed, and I mentioned to Khloe that I was going to be talking to you about this product, and she kind of blushed. and
Rolled her eyes.
Our women, it's a difficult subject for them to talk about.
I think, you know, well, first of all, my girls, I was talking to somebody about this yesterday, are very, you know, they're just open about themselves. Khloe's a free spirit, you know, but, you know, she and the rest of the family embrace what I do and want to endorse, and vice versa, because I make most of their deals. So
Right.
sometimes because they don't have a vote in what I put my name on, they're like, Mom, what are you doing now?
And
but it works.
The show is really also a marketing platform.
Well, we call it the mothership. You know, we love the show. We love what we're doing. I get to get up every single day and work with my family. It's the best job in the world. I get paid to hang out with my family. It's like, who wouldn't love to do that? You know, good, bad, and ugly, you know, every family has its ups and downs, but it's just that ours is on television doing exactly what everybody else is doing.
Thank you so much for this.
Thank you.
And with Kris Jenner, I'm Lee Hawkins. We'll see you next time.
What?
You're fired. What do you want me to do? I work 24/7.
My gorgeous